Hey, thought leaders. This is the personalbranding.com podcast, and I'm your host, Dillon Kivo. Join us to learn how to build a legacy, boost your reputation, and make a lasting impact. Let's dive in. Hey, everyone. Dillon Kivo here, and welcome back to the personalbranding.com podcast. Today, we are going to dive into a topic, one of my favorites, that every business owner, entrepreneur, and ambitious professional faces at some point. Finding that balance between your personal life and your professional hustle, right? It's no secret that when you're running a business, the lines can really blur. And if you're not careful, it's easy to feel like you're just on this never-ending treadmill, right? But here's the good news. With some intentional practices, clear priorities, and just a little community support, it is possible to strike a balance that works for you. So if you're looking to manage your work life and personal life without burning out, let's dive in. Why balancing is essential and it's not optimal. Let's kick things off by talking about why balancing your personal and professional life isn't just a nice to have, but actually essential for long-term success. Here's the thing. If we're consistently in work mode, it's so easy to just lose sight on the bigger picture and just burn out. Our personal lives, our downtime, and our relationships are crucial for recharging, gaining perspective, and ultimately fueling our creativity. Being a business owner is challenging enough without sacrificing your own health and well-being. Gosh, this balance, it allows you to stay energized and keeps you from feeling that consistent pull in every direction. Plus, you'll be more present in both your business and personal life, which leads to greater satisfaction. So let's talk about setting boundaries, right? One of the first steps in finding the balance is boundaries. Now I know for business owners, the concept of turning off work can feel a bit strange, but it's critical. Look, clear boundaries, they create room for quality time with family, friends, and most importantly, yourself. So here's a practical tip. You want to designate work hours and stick to them as best as you can. If you prefer to work late, that's okay too. But try to have a cutoff time where you're done for the day, right? This not only prevents burnout, but it also signals to your clients and team that you're serious about your time as well, right? And here's another boundary tip. Set rules around your devices, phones, tablets, laptops, whatever. It might be that after 8 p.m., you put your phones on silent, even another room, whatever. Even small habits like these can help you create the separation and mental space between work and personal time. Prioritizing what matters most is critical. As a business owner, you know there's always something more that you can be doing. But that doesn't mean that you should just be doing it. Being intentional about what you choose to focus on helps you avoid being pulled into 1,000 directions. Ask yourself, what tasks align most with my goals? And what are my non-negotiables? I recommend setting what I call the big 3 priorities for both work and personal life each week. Maybe in your personal life, that means spending quality time, with your partner, spouse, or getting a workout in 3 or 4 times a week. In your business, it could mean focusing on a project that aligns with your growth strategy. By picking 3 key priorities for both areas, you ensure that your energy is aligned with what truly matters to you. And don't be afraid to let go of what's not serving you. Sometimes we hold on to certain projects or routines because we think that we should. But if they're draining you and it's really not, having a big ROI, it's okay to shift your focus. One of the most powerful ways to manage both your personal and professional responsibilities is by building a support network. This could include your partner, friends, family, or even professional communities as mentors. A solid support system, it really helps you avoid feeling like you have to handle everything on your own. Look, consider delegating tasks where possible. If you have a team, trust them to take on more responsibilities. And if you're a solopreneur, there's no shame in hiring, a part-time assistant or using tools to automate your tasks. Your time is valuable. And by enlisting support, you free yourself up to focus on the bigger picture. Connecting with other business owners who are facing the same struggles can also be incredibly reassuring. Whether it's joining a mastermind group or networking with fellow entrepreneurs, sometimes just knowing others are in that same boat as you can make a huge difference. Now let's get into self-care. When you're balancing a business and a professional life,
Self-care often falls to the bottom of the list. But here's the thing, taking care of yourself is taking care of your business. When you feel physically and mentally well, you're able to show up as your best self. And this radiates in everything else that you do. It pours into those other buckets, right? Schedule in those breaks, whether it's a regular workout, a walk around the block during a day, or a 15-minute meditation in the morning. The key is consistency. Making self-care part of your regular routine creates a solid foundation for everything else. And don't just take my word for it. Think about some of the most successful entrepreneurs out there. They make time for things like exercise, hobbies, and mindfulness because they know it impacts their overall effectiveness. If it's good enough for them, hey, it's definitely worth making time for yourself. Technology can be both a friend and a foe. On the one hand, there are countless tools to help you stay organized, automate tasks, and stay connected. On the other hand, if we're not careful, tech can end up taking over our lives, So here's a tip. Use technology mindfully. Try project management apps to stay organized. Set reminders for your non-negotiables and use scheduling tools for both your business and personal life. These tools can help streamline things, but be cautious about not letting them control you. And if you ever find yourself scrolling through emails at 10 p.m., set a boundary. Use the do not disturb feature on your devices, or even set up scheduled times to check your emails or messages. The goal here is to let technology work for you, not against you. Balancing personal and professional responsibilities isn't easy. And there will be times where one might have to, take precedence over the other. Maybe a big project means you need to put in longer hours one week, or perhaps a family emergency takes you away from work for a while. In these moments, practice self-compassion. Remember, you are human, and it's impossible to be everywhere and do everything perfectly. Give yourself permission to adapt and make adjustments as needed. Remember, it's okay to have days where things just aren't perfectly balanced. The most important thing is that in the long run, you're creating a life where both your personal happiness and professional goals can thrive. All right, everyone. That wraps up today's episode on balancing personal and professional life as a business owner. Just to recap, set boundaries, prioritize what matters, build a support network, schedule self-care, use technology wisely, and most importantly, practice a little self-compassion. Balancing these worlds takes intention, but it's absolutely possible with the right approach and mindset. Thank you for joining me on the personalbranding.com podcast. Take care and God bless.
Thanks for tuning in. I'd love to hear from all of you. Follow and connect with me on all of your favorite social media platforms at Dillon Kivo, DILLONKIV as in Victor O. And until next time, keep building your brand and stay golden.